wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships. With this famous quote of Michael Jordan, we are the members of Group 2 with a very warm and hearty good morning to everyone. Move on to our upcoming presentation on safe water and how Golab saved his people respectively.
Listen to my music crashing on the rocks. Don't you feel peace in your heart? This music can bring a smile on one's face even when he is very depressed. A water droplet that I am, I tend to be the cause of every life on earth. I feel that it is my privilege to assist various life forms to exist. And I wouldn't hold this as pride. I know that there are a number of others like me, and loss of one would hardly matter. But a collective thinking of all could lead to a crisis, a dangerous one. I have had a number of experiences, but here I would like to share a few of the memorable ones with you. Once upon a time, I found myself frozen completely and blended into a sheet of snow in the glaciers. I slid down with the flow of a river. This river felt very pure. But after a few miles, the scenario changed abruptly. The heavenly river transformed into a hell. A number of industries let out their effluents. People discharged the sewage into it. Garbage was dumped into it, and in a lot of atrocities the river was made to go through. The chemicals and the contaminants clung to me and ruined my neutral state. My peace and joy were over, and I rushed to the surface to dissolve into the atmosphere of the sky. The other experience that I would like to share of the time I found myself in a pond. A lady filled up a pot with one of the water droplets being me. She walked for miles in the scorching heat without stopping at all. I could feel the walls of the pot heating up and piercing into my body, while she walked bravely without halting at all. On reaching home, she gave this water to her family for drinking and used some for cooking. In spite of having done such a tiresome job, she chose to give most of the water to her family by consuming a minimum amount herself. My heart poured out to see this condition and felt disgusted at the people elsewhere who wasted water and had led to this situation. There was a time when this earth was a happy place. The rivers would sing melodious tunes while flowing. Ponds would quench the thirst of the passerby. The oceans would dance with the joy. The streams would trickle down the mountain galley. But now is the stage where my siblings and I look at the earth as a sad place. The rivers grieve the sorrow of all the filth and contaminants in them. The ponds are too polluted to be even touched. The ocean vomit the waste out into the shores. The streams push hard to make some way for themselves through the plastic and other waste that is choking the surface of the mountains. Like I have said, I am just another creation of God and live to keep up with my job. All my friend water droplets, the rocks, the sand and others are working up to the mark. Our potential is only to do our job. But we really don't want to see a child earth being distraught. Let me be free. Let me enjoy my journey. Let me be pure. You have got more powers and can direct yourself your way. But I can move only by the guidance of the ones around. You have got powers, but you don't use them right. A true life worth living is the one in which you live for others. But all you do here is satisfy your selfish motive. I am immortal. And let me tell you a secret. You are no different than I am and have the same cycle like me. The only difference is that yours lasts longer than mine. You are born, you grow, learn and finally coalesce with the Supreme in the end. Both of us have to respond to the Omnipresent in the end. I face no trouble with that. But what about you, my friend?
In our last presentation, we have shown that how water feels about being damaged. Let's save water as much as possible because it is predicted that future generation may not get enough water. Now we are about to show what a leadership quality Glooscap had. Please pay attention during our next presentation because it may be helpful.
The story How Glooscap Saved His People tells us about leadership and emphasis on the value of leadership quality. Long back there lived a mighty race of Indians near the sunrise who called themselves as Bhavaniki, the children of light. However, there came a day when it grew excessively cold and everything was covered with snow and ice. Nothing, even fire, could not give them enough warmth during that harsh weather. Gradually, the people were perishing from cold and famine. Glooscap was the leader of the Vavaniki. Being a leader, Glooscap set off north, going further and further into the realms of ice until he reached the icy white wigwam. There lived the great giant Winter, whose frigid breath turned the entire land into ice. From the name of the story, we can well understand that the story deals with how Glooscap took the responsibility of saving his people without bothering for danger. How he found summer, how summer helped Glooscap, and how at last winter was forgiven. As a leader, Glooscap proved himself through his seriousness, concern, and actions. No one, neither Glooscap, had born with leadership qualities. Einstein's famous words, "Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work," teaches us that any qualities are developed and inbuilt in ourselves as we grow up. A boss is the one who orders others for his own needs, but a leader is the one who himself works for his followers. Attempt is the first step taken by a leader. Moving forward and serving his men is the progress of a leader, and the happiness and smile of his men is the victory of a leader.
Don't you think Glooscap was a good leader? An effective leader possesses the following characteristics: self-confidence, strong communication and management skills, creative and innovative thinking, perseverance in the face of failure, willingness to take risks, openness to change, and level-headedness and reactiveness in times of crisis. So it's enough to say that King Glooscap had all the qualities of a great king. We had requested the audience to pay attention during the presentation. For that, we have got a surprise at the end of our program.
Now we have come to the end of our presentation. First of all, we thank our class teacher Miss Orpita Sarkar for giving us the golden opportunity and encouraging us to put up a successful presentation on the topics Save Water and How Glooscap Saved His People. We are also thankful to our teammates and our parents for their endless support and guidance. We are very grateful to Sayoshi Sengupta for her obliging help. Without the help of everyone, we would have never completed our presentation. We are grateful to our audience too for their patience. Thank you.